Minecrafters, it's Kimise, and guess where I'm at? Yep, I am underneath an ocean monument. Me and 8-bit kid on a stream last week, we decided to clear an ocean monument, and this is what we got. And now I'm underneath one. And what are you missing? Or should I say, I've done a little bit of prep with 8-bit kid and myself, and I've done a lot of things. Like, first off, we've gone ahead and got a Heart of the Sea and made a ocean, is that beacon? Man, I always forget what that is. Let's look at it. This is a conduit. Yes, ocean conduit. And notice we have this fully open. It's wide open. So you have to have this many prismarine blocks surrounding it. Not that one there. You have to have this many prismarine blocks surrounding it for it to be fully open. Now, when it's fully open, you get a fantastic set of benefits. And you know it's fully open because the eye. See the eye right there? It's all open. Look, like if I just go ahead and take away one of these blocks, okay, look what happened. The eye is gone. But if I put that block back, the eye opens. And with that eye, you get lots of benefits. Like, I think you get a little bit of regeneration. But notice, you can see clearly all through the water without any of the darkness effect that you would get normally. You can also breathe. Yep. You don't have that horrible non-breathing thing going on under the water. So it's really fantastic. Now, me and 8-bit kid did a lot of prep. First, we raided the ocean monument. Now, did I put that in a video? I think it was a stream. Yeah, we did that in a stream. So if you want to go catch one of my streams and watch us raid the ocean monument, it was kind of fun. It was pretty quick. I've gone pretty quick at raiding ocean monuments. I can get in there and we can knock out the beasties pretty quick. So that's great. That's just step one. The real reason 8-bit kid wanted to mess with this monument is, guess what? She wanted what it gives, which is basically all the drops from a good guardian farm. And so we had to do some prep. So first we raided it and we cleared it all out. In fact, let's see if I can find a spot to go up. Well, I've made it pretty safe now, and I'll show you why here in just a minute. But let's go ahead and let's do it like from here. Okay? There we go. Just go up one. There we go. Okay, so we came in here and we cleared this puppy out. Check it out. We have an entirely cleared ocean monument. Haha. Okay, now, this is pretty awesome because one, it's just empty room. Now, what we want to do is we want to turn this into a guardian farm. Now, I've done a guardian farm before. In fact, I'm going to get this out because I really don't need to leave that there. And, you know, I don't need to leave that there either. So we'll take that with us too. Okay? But to go ahead and get a completed guardian farm, there's a lot of things we got to do. So let me go over the prep with you. So the way guardian spawning works is guardians will spawn from the floor, and that's what we're on. We're on the floor block of the guardian temple, of the ocean temple, straight up to the roof of the temple, the last block, in that entire square, even the front entrance. So this whole entire square is spawning area for the guardians, as long as there's water, from here on up. Now there's a lot of different guardian farms you can make. There's one where you can use magma blocks with such guardians down, and that one's interesting, but I don't like that one. There's one where you use soul sand to push them up into a water stream. We did that last season, and I believe that's the same one we're going to do here. So I may not show you every little building part of that, but I'm going to show you a lot of it. That's a farm designed by Cubfan135. Still one of my favorite farms because it's just so satisfying once you watch the results. Plus, 8-bit kid has already done a whole bunch of the work to gather the materials. There's other classic farms where you go ahead and drop sand in the whole area, basically clearing out the water. That way you turn it into a big pit in the ocean, and then you can like make columns of water, which guardians will then spawn in, and then you can use all sorts of different ways to get the guardians to drop down so that you can get their drops and everything. And that's another idea. But honestly, I didn't want to collect all that sand, and really just a little bit of sand we did drop onto the thing kind of wore me and 8-bit kid out quite a bit. So I couldn't imagine grabbing, sheesh, you know, I had to grab three shulkers of sand. Whoops, wrong one. I had to grab 3 shulkers of sand just to get in here and do this, just to go ahead and close this one off. I couldn't imagine doing it with more than that. In fact, let me show you what we did. So if we go straight up here, me and 8-bit kid last stream, what we did is we started doing the prep work. Now the prep work takes time, so to make this a little bit easier, what we did is we went ahead and surrounded the entire perimeter of the ocean monument with sand. what that does is that blocks all the Guardian spawn into this area. Now that's really important because first off, you know, Guardians are real annoying. And last time I built this farm, I think I died about 10 times. Lost 3 really awesome sets of armor. And just, you know, had a good old time. Now, I learned a lot. And one of the things I learned is I want to limit the Guardians we'll have to deal with. And so that's why we went ahead and we went through the whole place. And we went ahead and... Yeah, I'm sorry. Said it 3 or 4 times tonight. That's why we went ahead and went in here and we went ahead and surrounded the whole thing. So now we won't have Guardians out here. Like over here, Guardians are not spawning out here. It's perfectly 100% safe for all the seed life all the way around this. And I'm pretty sure we've already I've taken care of all the different Guardians that we would find all the way around this. Any of them that had already previously escaped and had gone away. Pretty cool, right? So that's one thing. Now the other thing I had to do is underneath, if you notice, underneath the Guardian farm, I'll show you this. See, I went ahead and put a beacon because the regeneration became really pretty important to me just a little bit ago. But what I had to do down here is I had to go ahead and fill in this gap. See, there's a gap in front of the Guardian, in front of the monument, in which you can swim into the doorway. The problem is, if you have this gap here, the Guardians fall down, and then they're all over the place in here. And I'll tell you what, just from experience, having built this farm before, that is a suicidal pain in the butt. I must have died 4 times dealing with Guardians just underneath here. But by closing that up, none of the Guardians can drop down here afterwards. It's really, really sweet. Makes life a ton easier. So what that does, that puts us in an enviable position now, okay? Because now we are at the point where we can go ahead and start prepping this farm. So what do we have to do to prep this farm? Let me go through the few steps with you before we go ahead and move on to anything else. So to prep this farm, first, we surround everything and we make sure the Guardians are all in the temple area. That makes life a lot easier. The main temple's already been hauled out, so that's just waiting for us to go in there and start to break it down, which we will. And I'll tell you what, see, like you can see where they're all concentrated. They're all concentrated like right in there, and a ton of them are concentrated right there on the top. Now, if we were to walk around the ocean temple, you'll find that they spawn everywhere. They'll spawn over here, they'll spawn over there, they'll spawn over there. Okay, so this is pretty serious mojo we're dealing with right here. Now, what we're going to do, because we have this really awesome iceberg here, okay, what we want to do is we're going to set up the track right about here. So we're going to have 4 blocks, okay, in which we're going to funnel the Guardians out. And we're going to funnel them into, this is going to be the cool part, into the iceberg. Yeah. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to put soul sand at the bottom layer of this entire temple. That soul sand is going to throw the Guardians up into the air. Now up here, what we're going to have is we're going to have a series of water streams. And yes, they are painful to put up. It does take a lot of work. I've done it before. I know how long it's going to take, and it's going to take me a long time. So this project might take a good week for us to finish, but it is going to be so worth it once it's all said and done. Now, what we have to do is we have to calculate, okay? For instance, we have to calculate some things, okay? Now, what we want is we want the full spawning effect of all this stuff, okay? So if we go all the way over here, the farthest away we can have a Guardian spawning, okay? If we go ahead and check our... Let's go ahead and check our positions. We're going to do this here. It's just, I guess we could count it, but let's just do it this way. So we are at, let's see here. Ooh. Okay, 836. 836. So if we subtract or add 128 to 836, so that would be 963. 960, let's say 964, okay? 964. So let's go over here, negative 964 is the number we're looking at. Now, this is significant because that's the farthest away we can be, and the Guardians will spawn everywhere. So 964. So let's go ahead and do that. We're just going to go ahead and lay some blocks. Okay. Yep, this will be the perfect one to do. Okay, so negative 964. That's what we're shooting for, and we want this tunnel to be about 4 blocks wide. So 1, 2, there we go. So we're going to follow them in like this. Okay. Now I don't really care about it whether it's glass or not. So since I got Prismarine on me right now, this is the block of choice. So let's go ahead and get our shoot ready, because that's really, in the end, what we're going to be doing. And since we got this great, well, iceberg here, we're going to take advantage of this iceberg, which is going to be awesome. In fact, we might turn this all into ice before we finally totally blow it together, okay? So, here we go. Nice. Perfect. Now, I said 964, right? So we're at 896, 897. So basically, let's go ahead and break some ice, because what our goal is to 964. Yeah. See, we don't want to be sitting right here in front of it. We want those things spawning, but we don't want to be like right on top of it. Does that make sense? So we're going to come back here, and we want to give plenty of space for the Guardians to drop. Okay? Like, for instance, we want them to come out this way. Yeah, that's going to work just fine. In fact, let's get rid. I really don't need the rock cod, so let's go ahead and get rid of the rock cod. And let's go ahead and just fill some of these spots here. Okay, I think I cut too far open, so let's just go ahead and fill this in. You know, I might as well use the nice scenery around us. So this will be our own unique Guardian farm here, which will be a lot of fun. Okay, and we'll just kind of like step that down just like that. Okay, so the Guardians are going to be funneled into this tunnel right here. Now we have until 964, so we've got lots of room. Because remember, the farthest away something will spawn is how many blocks? 128 blocks. But you want to be at least 24 blocks, right? Okay, so if this is 892, we want to be at least, we're going to say, add 20 to 892 gives us 902 is 10, 912, 914, so let's say 920. We want to be at least at 920. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense, okay? So what we want to do is we want to drop these guys because we want the maximum spawning potential. Oh, you know what? Looks like we're not even going to use the full thing. That's fine. I can live with that. Okay. So, basically, this iceberg only goes out as far as here, but I think we can work with that. Is there anything I don't need? Yeah, I really don't need kelp. Okay. We're going to get plenty of kelp by the time this thing's all said and done. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to funnel all of our guys, and what we're going to do is we're going to put them on ice. Yeah, because man, we got all this ice, we might as well use it, right, guys? Okay, that's what I'm saying. Got all this ice, might as well use this ice. So let's go ahead and turn this all into ice. I don't know if you know this, but if you put ice underneath a water stream, which is what we're going to be doing, everything slides across it much faster. So what will happen is, nice, this is going to work out better than I thought. Now all across the sand we're going to be building the encasement which will enclose the Guardians in. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. The Guardians will get popped up out of the air. They'll hit the water stream. Water streams will funnel them to a center water stream. The center water stream will push them forward. Alright, great. Okay, he dies anyways. I swear, zombies. Okay, it's going to push them forward here, and the center water stream is going to push them all the way over here, and we are sitting about 910, 911. We need to go this at least 2, 3... Oh, come on, this is supposed to be 4 across. Okay, you guys get the idea. This needs to go at least to about 9, we're going to say 920. Okay, 920, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, So what that does is that gives us the ability, let's go and pick up all this ice because we're going to use this ice on this thing. This gives us the ability for all the spawning spaces in the farm to be used. That was one mistake I made with the farm last time, and I'll tell you what, it was still super efficient. Don't guide me, because the spawning mechanics of Guardians is just crazy fast. It's kind of like Enderman. Same thing with Enderman, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to widen this to 4 wide, because apparently I didn't do that the first time. So I'm going to widen this to 4 wide. I'm going to make sure everything is in the correct spot. Yep, that's the one right here. Okay? And this kind of gives us the idea. So basically, the Guardians fly up there, they hit the water stream, they come straight through right here. And what we'll do is we'll have them on a 22 or a 21 drop. And I'll probably go ahead and use some pistons to remove the floor again as well. Okay? They'll drop, and what we'll do is we'll be standing there waiting to give them their final hit and get all that wonderful experience and all that really great gear that we're going to get from these mobs. Oh, man. Okay, guys. So that is the plan. Great plan, I think. Okay? And this is going to be a whole heck of a lot of fun to build. Okay? So, let's go ahead and get this one here. There we go. So, hopefully you're catching the fever here. And we'll just go ahead and have this one go across like this. Now, a couple things I did to make this farm a little bit easier to build so I wouldn't die as often as I did last time. Besides, I had the ocean, the ocean thing down there as well, but I also went ahead and added my beacon, and I went ahead and made sure that I had resistance as well as regeneration on. And I'll tell you what, that made covering those holes and dealing with the Guardians down there a heck of a lot easier, with a lot less scariness to happen. See, I mean, those guys will just start bouncing up and shooting me as much as they want. Okay? Now, I know this is kind of a large clip, but I really wanted to make sure I went through what we were doing and the build that was going on. I might cut a few things out, but I'm super excited because this is going to be way better than last season's Guardian farm. It's going to be more efficient, plus it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to decorate it a little bit differently, you know, and I hope you guys enjoy watching. So, this is Kimise. I'm going to go ahead and continue work here and start getting these parts done. And if you got well, anyways, you know, so make sure you keep watching, and I'll see you here in just a little bit. Hey guys, this is Kimise. I hope you guys enjoyed the time lapse. So let me tell you what we've got going on here. Is I've made some more progress. Oh boy, we got a visitor who is not welcome. Let's get rid of him real quick. Yeah, I was blown up by 2 of these guys in the time lapse. It was killing me. Okay, so let me show you what's going on. And I hope you enjoyed the time lapse. I'm trying to get good at them. I'm trying to make sure everything's ready to go. Okay, jeez. Yeah, we gotta sleep. This is not gonna work. Okay, so let me quickly go over exactly what is going on here, because I'm pretty excited about the progress that we've made. So during the time lapse, you'll notice that we went ahead and laid the dirt floor all the way across, and what that does, that allows us to set up the Guardian collection zone, which is over here. Okay, so you see where all the dirt is? That's where the Guardians are going to fly up once they get caught into the bubbles. Oh, too high. Nice. Okay. I swear. This is the worst part about this part, because now this is like a spawnable zone, right? Okay, well anyway, so we laid all this floor. Now what we have to do is we have to make these walls high enough. Now to determine exactly how high I want to make these walls, I need to figure out exactly where we're going to be placing the fence gates. Because the way the fence gates work around here, okay, is that what they do is they hold a layer of water. So for instance, we'll have a layer of fence gates right here that will push our guys, because there'll be water right above this layer, because the fence gate will be at this layer, so there'll be water here. It'll push it in here so that the Guardians will get pushed down in here into the collection area. Okay, so for instance, you know, we have to go successively 1 block down. So that's 1 layer of fence gates, layer 2 of fence gates, layer 3 of fence gates, layer 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So basically this center layer, this center trial, is where all the Guardians will be collected and will be funneled down into there. Now, I also need to figure out exactly where the other water streams are going to go, because for each side we're going to have a water stream that goes down this way, and we're going to have a water stream that goes down this way. So basically the idea is that we have a layer of fence gates here that's just one higher than the layer of fence gates right here. Okay, so the water will come down here, fall off into this water. Right? That's how it's going to go. And then we have to go up one. Then we have to go up one again. Then we have to go up one again. The reason why I went ahead and made these layers is so I could make sure I can gauge exactly how high these are all going to have to be. Because we need to make sure that they are high enough so that I can go ahead and build the surrounding wall. And I want to go ahead and get the wall done first before I go ahead and start laying in fence gates and start laying in water. Okay, because that's going to make life a whole lot easier. Also, when you're getting rid of the dirt, you want to make sure that all the way around the perimeter, they are actually opening it up to the ocean. So this one layer right where the dirt is, we want to make sure it's open up to the ocean. That way, when the ocean rushes in, it'll turn it all into source blocks, because we want these guardians to be shot straight up right into the collection streams. And that's really, really important. In fact, let me show you another scene just to give you an idea of exactly how it should look. So if you'll take a look here, okay, I'm going to use my camera account now. And again, you know, still getting used to this, right? So if you take a look, okay, so you can see the layers where the different streams will come down and push it all towards the center right there. And then there I am right down there. And so basically what we have to do now is we have to make sure that our box, our gather box, or should we say this perimeter, is as tall and as high as all these streams, so we don't have any problems collecting them. You know, we'll probably have to even make this tunnel at least a block or two higher as well, as what I've noticed. So there we go. Next step is to get fence gates. Now 8-Bit Kid has already collected and made a whole slew of fence gates. We'll probably need a little bit, well, yeah, we'll probably need a little bit more than what she's collected, probably another 3/4 of a shulker, you know, from what I was judging of how many we're going to need. But this is going to be looking really, really good. And so, guys, with that, that's all the time I have for today. So this is Kimise. I hope you're enjoying the video. I hope you're getting a good instruction on how to put this farm together. It's a lot of fun. I've learned lots of ways. So far, I have no deaths to guardians. Woohoo! But check out, have you seen my armor? Armor got beat up while I was putting in all of that, well, I mean, more beat up than it ever usually gets while I was putting all the dirt. So guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Hope to see you again. Episode 2, we will be getting really close to completing the farm. If not completing, it depends. I need to catch up with 8-Bit Kid, get some materials from her, and get everything going. So this is Kimise saying bye-bye.